I really truly have no desire whatsoever at all to be offensive. However, for conscience sake, I must state facts, and I will state facts, and I'll stand on truth. I mean, after all, Pilate said, "What is truth?" And considering our environment today, that question can also be asked as well. But I already know what truth is and who truth is. He's already come, and he's coming again. That's my right to believe that. You don't have to believe it. But I think, after being a student of the scriptures, I mean, after all, I've actually lived my life in a total dedication to the Word, the Scripture, the created universe, His agenda, His kingdom. That is what I believe soon to come. And I serve Him, serve the Messiah. And I found out this book to be a history book of my ancient people. Can you imagine how disturbing it was for me to grow up here in America and hear all the fallacies, the pseudo lies told over and over and over again? Could you imagine the shock that I actually went through when I discovered that Easter was a satanic pagan holiday? It affected me. It's like a knife went through my heart. Upon further research and discovery, Christmas is a satanic holiday. It's like two knives, two swords went through my heart. I'm starting to question. I'm like, you mean to tell me that everything that I have been reared and trained and told to believe, it's all been a fairy tale, it's all been a lie? And then I started studying, come to the knowledge of truth to find out this book doesn't speak about no Sunday as a set apart day of rest. Nor has it ever even mentioned anything about a change from the Holy Sabbath day to Christian Rome first day. I figured out that I'm going to have to use some self-autonomy and use the same exact means and method as I have before when I wanted to know the truth about something. Again, I'm going to echo the words of General Smedley Butler, who said, after spending 33 years and 4 months in the United States military, ranking from a second lieutenant all the way up to a major general, he said, I did not have one original thought of my own until after I got out of the military. Well, Pastor Dow, I can say that I had started to have original thoughts on my own when the Father, through the Messiah, sent me His set-apart spirit, which, again, the Christian Baptist church that I attended never mentioned anything about. Could you imagine how my little world was literally destroyed? You see, I don't take it kindly, nor do I take it nicely, to know that somebody has on purpose deceived me. I don't like being lied to no more than the next person. I'm a man that walks in forgiveness. I can easily forgive someone if they say I'm sorry. I could turn the page and walk into newness of life, but Can you imagine the shock and awe that I experienced after being reared in fairy tales and lies, only come to find out that Christianity is nothing but the religion of ancient pagan Rome? And that's why the Roman Catholic Church is the head of it, of all Christian churches, whether they like it or not. So I started doing my own independent research. I started using self-autonomy. I said, you know what? I think I have enough intelligence that I can read this, come to a conclusion, listen to what the prophets have said, listen to what the apostles said, listen to what they said, and really truly come to the knowledge of truth. And you know what? I've successfully done that, and I'm still growing in grace and knowledge and going to even greater truths. I said all that to say this. There is a movie series that just came out, and I was in Walmart earlier today. I saw it on the shelf and thought I'd pick it up. It's called A.D. And I said, okay. I looked at, the pictures, read a little bit on the back of it, and I said, you know what? I'm still troubled. While I can understand that and comprehend that the seed of Japhet, and that means the white man, and that does not mean that I'm a racist because I call a person white when they're white, black when they're black, brown when they're brown, red when they're red, and yellow when they're yellow. I'm just stating facts. I'm not one that can be easily moved, twisted, and coerced because some people wear their emotions and feelings on their sleeve. I'm going to state facts. No opinions. You don't want my opinion. I don't want your opinion. I'm dealing with facts here. And so I just got finished looking at every bit of maybe about 10 minutes of it. And I'm still utterly appalled. I just don't get it. Hollywood has more than enough actors that can actually fit the bill of the people that I read about in these scriptures. You see, the bottom line is that my ancient Hebrew people looked like me. They had hair like wool, just like me. They didn't have horse mane hair. They just didn't have it. And they were people of different hues of color. Why is it that every time I see some type of Hollywood production, that all the main characters, every single one of them, are all white? It's like the whole Bible and the whole presentation of it has been literally whitewashed. The whole thing, it's white everywhere. And the only people that you see black is when they're playing, not even in a supportive role, but the lowest of the roles. It's amazing. You look in these movies and stuff, Ben Kingsley and these Charlton Hestons and stuff, and you'll see all these white figures, which it's obvious that in that time, way back then, all you got to do is go look at the hieroglyphics and see what the ancient Israelites looked like. They couldn't even tell the Apostle Paul. According to the writings right here in the book of Acts, the books of Actions, they couldn't even tell him apart from an Egyptian. But today, everything is white. I think white America has a bad complex with presenting truth. And I know what it is. Just like a picture's worth 1,000 words. If you continue to keep supporting the lie and promoting the lie, and pretty soon people will believe the lie. And that's the reason why you go into places and you'll see these figures of so-called what they believe to be Jesus, and he's white, and he doesn't even fit the description in Revelations, the 1st chapter. He doesn't fit the description of what Daniel said that he saw. He does not fit. I don't know who that white man. He looks. That picture of y'all have Jesus of everywhere hanging on some so-called cross or on the wall in these churches and stuff. That does not fit the description of what the prophet Isaiah said that the Messiah would look like. This guy is very feminine looking. I don't know who he is, but I did research and discover that his name was Cesare Borgia. I'm disappointed greatly And I think that there's a serious, serious problem. And I'm under no illusion whatsoever at all. I don't expect the people who can't comprehend the truth and acknowledge the truth and walk in the truth and live the truth, I don't expect for them one bit to support the truth. I don't expect Hollywood to depict the characters in this book exactly like their culture said. I mean, even in modern history, Nasser, the president of Egypt, he said and stated in the 60s, you Israeli people who call yourself Jews, who are Ashkenazi and Khazarian, we cannot accept you. It's on the cover of Time magazine. Just Google it and see. He says there's no way that Israel can leave here black and come back totally white. No, you are not the people and we cannot accept you. Now, I understand that we live in a white Western society and everything is going to be dominated and whitewashed. Everything from antiquities, all white. All history, all white. Everything is all white. That's why I never heard anything about my history in white America. I don't know nothing about my history. I had to research it and find it out. I never heard about no transatlantic slave trade in the public schools. I never heard of Nat Turner, Marcus Garvey. I never heard of these people. I never heard any of these icons of the past. And I'm not talking about the icons that is painted on walls and murals. I'm talking about people here in America. Why is it that I never, all men are created equal? I know what that means. I think that, let me say it like this. Regardless of what Hollywood has done and regardless of what America has put in front of your face and trying to present as truth, many of you people are going to have a very harsh and very rude awakening. When you see this figure, Jesus, you're going to see a black man. It's going to be a shock and awe that's going to ring throughout all of eternity, because there's a lot of racist people today. A lot of racist people. It's not hard. Just pick up this Bible and read it. Get away from your Christian dogma. Get away from every other perspective. Don't even listen to what my perspective is. Don't go on here and listen to my videos. Don't go on and listen to nobody else's video. All you have to do is just exercise a little bit of self-autonomy. Just a little bit of independent thinking. And you will come to the conclusion, if you have the spirit of truth in you, you cannot ignore these facts. Song of Solomon tells you, Job 30:30. I mean, I can go on all day long. Moses put his hand into his vesture and it came out white as snow, and all of Israel, they shirked back and like, what in the world is going on? He put his hand back in there and it came as his other skin. All you have to do is go look at the hieroglyphics to see what ancient Egypt looked like, and you know what the ancient Israelites look like. I mean, it's just utterly amazing. Why is this truth such a hard pill for people to swallow? If you're going to represent the truth, if you're going to say you know the truth, and the truth sets you free, then why continue to keep promoting the lies? I tell you what, these institutions are getting ready to crumble, because when they see Yahshua HaMashiach, the Messiah of Israel, bust through those skies and come back, every eye when they see him, oh yeah, you gonna see a black man. And that's the truth, the university of the painful truth, and the truth straightway. Now, the burden of proof is on you. You need to ask yourself, why does this culture continually to keep lying to you? Because you know what? For all you people who claim to be Christians and you want to be saved, guess what? I hope you don't have any racism in your heart, because you can hide from me, but you definitely are not going to hide from him. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. The King is coming.